Welcome aboard everyone, and thank you for joining me on this wonderful driver's eye view journey from the historic city of York to the great railway city of Leeds, along one of Yorkshire's most important railway routes. Today we'll be travelling over part of the famous TransPennine Route, following the busy railway that links York, Leeds, Manchester and beyond. This section may not cross the Pennines themselves, but it forms a vital part of the route that has connected communities, industries and travellers across northern England for well over 150 years. Sit back, relax and enjoy the view from the cab as we travel through the beautiful Yorkshire countryside, passing historic junctions, busy commuter stations, ancient villages and some fascinating railway landmarks along the way. Our journey begins here at York, one of Britain's greatest railway cities. As we leave York Station behind us, it's worth remembering that this magnificent station opened in 1877 and remains one of the largest railway stations in the United Kingdom. York has been a major railway centre since the earliest days of the railway age and is closely associated with the North Eastern Railway and later the LNER. The city is also home to the famous National Railway Museum, which houses some of the most important locomotives ever built. National Railway Museum. Looking ahead, the line curves gently southwestward as we leave the impressive overall roof of York Station behind. For a short distance, we share tracks with the East Coast Main Line, one of Britain's premier railway routes linking London with the northeast of England and Scotland. To our left and right are extensive railway installations that remind us just how important York remains to Britain's railway network. Soon we approach Colton Junction, one of the most significant railway junctions in Yorkshire. This is where our route diverges from the East Coast Main Line. Trains heading north towards Newcastle and Edinburgh continue straight ahead, while we bear away towards Leeds and the TransPennine corridor. Today, this junction is also a key part of the major TransPennine Route Upgrade programme, which is bringing electrification, faster services and increased capacity between York, Leeds and Manchester. The upgrade aims to provide faster, more reliable and greener journeys across northern England. As we continue westward, the landscape begins to open out. The city gradually gives way to the rich agricultural land of North Yorkshire. Fields stretch towards the horizon and scattered farms dot the countryside. This is classic Yorkshire scenery, peaceful and timeless, yet threaded by one of Britain's busiest rail corridors. Keep an eye out for the village of Copmanthorpe to the south. There was once a railway station here, but it closed in 1959. Like many smaller stations across Britain, it fell victim to changing travel patterns in the post-war years. The railway ahead is remarkably straight, allowing trains to maintain impressive speeds across the countryside. Soon we pass the area around Bolton Percy, another former station that disappeared during the railway rationalisations of the 1960s. Once again, the railway remains busy, even though the local station has long gone. As we continue our journey, notice the broad formation of the railway. This section has long been an important artery connecting Leeds and York. Much of today's route owes its existence to improvements made by the North Eastern Railway during the 19th century. The key development came in 1869 when a new direct connection between Micklefield and Church Fenton was opened, significantly shortening the route between Leeds and York. This transformed the corridor into the fast route we still use today. Ahead lies Ulleskelf. Although the station is small, the village has an important railway heritage. The line here is part of a historic crossroads of routes that once spread across Yorkshire. The surrounding countryside is wonderfully rural. Depending on the season, passengers may see fields of wheat, barley or rapeseed, creating striking colours across the landscape. As we continue, notice how flat the terrain is. This part of Yorkshire is ideal railway country. The gentle gradients and broad open spaces allowed Victorian railway engineers to create a fast and efficient main line capable of handling both passenger and freight traffic. Soon we approached Church Fenton. This is one of the most fascinating locations on our journey. Church Fenton has been an important railway junction since the 19th century. Various routes once radiated from here towards Harrogate, Castleford, York and Leeds. At its peak, it was a bustling railway crossroads with trains heading in all directions. Today, it remains an important junction and continues to handle significant passenger and freight traffic. As we pass through Church Fenton Station, look carefully at the layout of the tracks. The wide formation reflects the station's importance during the golden age of railways. Many of the former routes have vanished, but the railway's historic significance remains obvious. Leaving Church Fenton behind, our train begins the section that was opened in 1869 specifically to create a more direct route between Leeds and York. Before this connection existed, trains had to follow less direct routes. The new line dramatically improved journey times and became a key part of the regional railway network. The countryside remains attractive and varied. Villages sit among gently rolling farmland, church spires rise above clusters of houses, and country lanes weave through the landscape. This is Yorkshire at its most peaceful. Ahead lies Micklefield. Micklefield station itself dates back to the earliest years of railway development. The original Leeds and Selby Railway opened in 1834, making it one of the oldest operational railway corridors in the world. The station remains an important point because it marks the divergence between routes towards York and Selby. As we pass Micklefield, it is worth reflecting on just how historic this railway really is. The Leeds and Selby Railway was one of Britain's pioneering railways. Opened in the 1830s, it demonstrated the enormous potential of steam-powered transport and helped shape the future of railway development across the country. West of Micklefield, the character of the journey begins to change. The rural countryside gradually gives way to the outer suburbs of Leeds. Traffic becomes more frequent, and railway infrastructure becomes increasingly complex. We soon approach East Garforth. This relatively modern station opened in 1987 to serve expanding residential developments. It demonstrates how railways continue to evolve, adapting to modern travel demands while serving growing communities. Beyond East Garforth lies Garforth itself. Garforth has a long railway history and was once connected to several branch lines that served local industries and communities. Although many of those routes have disappeared, Garforth remains an important commuter station on the route into Leeds. The route ahead becomes increasingly busy. Passenger trains, freight services and express trains all share this important corridor. It is one of the reasons why the ongoing TransPennine Route Upgrade is so important. The project is designed to increase capacity and reliability while preparing the line for a more sustainable future through electrification. As we continue towards Leeds, the urban landscape becomes increasingly apparent. Industrial estates, housing developments, and commercial centres begin to dominate the view. Yet even here, there are reminders of Yorkshire's industrial heritage. Ahead lies Cross Gates. Cross Gates is one of the oldest stations on the route, originally opening in 1834 during the pioneering era of railway construction. Over the years, it developed from a small rural station into a busy suburban commuter hub as Leeds expanded eastwards. The station we see today reflects many decades of railway development and rebuilding. Beyond Cross Gates, we enter one of the busiest sections of railway in northern England. Rail traffic increases noticeably as we approach the city. Look for Neville Hill Depot to one side of the line. This major maintenance facility has long been associated with many famous trains, including high-speed trains and modern TransPennine express fleets. It remains an important centre for railway operations in northern England. The closer we get to Leeds, the more impressive the railway infrastructure becomes. Multiple tracks, junctions, depots and sidings illustrate the scale of railway activity generated by one of Britain's largest cities. Soon the skyline of Leeds begins to emerge ahead. Modern office towers rise above historic industrial buildings, creating a striking blend of old and new. Leeds has been a major railway centre since the 19th century and remains one of the busiest stations outside London. The approach into Leeds is always fascinating for railway enthusiasts. Numerous routes converge here from every direction. Services arrive from York, Manchester, Sheffield, Bradford, Harrogate, Hull, Skipton, Carlisle, Newcastle, Scotland and London. The station itself is among the busiest in Britain and serves millions of passengers every year. As we glide into the platforms at Leeds, our journey comes to an end. We've travelled over a route that combines railway history, beautiful countryside, fascinating junctions, and modern railway development. From the magnificent surroundings of York, through the historic junction at Church Fenton, across the Yorkshire countryside, past Garforth and Cross Gates, and finally into the bustling heart of Leeds, this route offers something special for every railway enthusiast. It may be a relatively short journey, but it is packed with history and interest. The route forms a crucial link in the wider TransPennine network and continues to play a vital role in connecting communities across northern England. For anyone interested in railways, this is a journey that is highly recommended. The combination of historic infrastructure, busy operations, attractive scenery, and ongoing modernisation makes it one of Yorkshire's most rewarding railway experiences. Thank you very much for travelling with me today from York to Leeds. I hope you've enjoyed this driver's eye view and learned something about the history and importance of this remarkable railway. If you enjoyed the journey, please give the video a like, share it with fellow railway enthusiasts, and subscribe to the channel for more railway adventures. Driver's eye views, historic railway journeys, and fascinating railway stories from across Britain and beyond. Thank you for watching, and until the next journey, safe travels.